Hi, I'm Michael Connelly. I'm author. I write the Harry Bosch novels and the Lincoln Lawyer novels, all of them set here in Los Angeles. It doesn't really matter to me how someone's reading my work as long as they're reading it. I mean, or even listening to it. The bottom line is I'm a storyteller, and there's something very egotistical about that. I'm one of these people who thinks the story that I created should be read and listened to and turned into TV and movies and all that kind of stuff. And so you definitely come at it with this idea that you want to hit every platform. And so the explosion of e-reading has been very beneficial to my cause, and there's nothing I complain about when it comes to that. I love the idea of using technology for what I do, just being fascinated by it. I mean, some of my books off of the Harry Bosch series explore a lot of technology. My books involving Jack McAvoy, the reporter. I had a book called Chasing the Dime, which was an exploration of nanotechnology. Going back 10 years before it became a current fad in fiction. So yeah, I'm fascinated by it. I come from a family where at least 3 people work in these kind of industries, and I hear about what they're doing and their lives, and I want to incorporate it in my work. I mean, I use e-readers for research, because I've written so many books, it's hard for me to remember what I did with Harry Bosch, 15 years ago, and so I can do word searches. But when it comes to my own personal reading, I've only read one book on an e-reader, but I see it as, that doesn't mean I'm against e-readers, it just means that's the way I read. Most of the time I read in manuscript form anyway. The next book is not a Harry book, it's a Lincoln Lawyer book, and then I'll come back to Harry, I'm pretty sure. My time with Harry is short because he ages in real time, and so he only has about 2 or 3 years before it's not realistic that he'd be having a badge and a gun and working for the LAPD, so I want to make the most of that, but at the same time you just go by instinct what feels like you want to write at that moment, and this time it happened to be a Lincoln Lawyer book, and its working title is called The Gods of Guilt, which is a reference to a jury, because they're the gods of guilt in a case, and it's about a murder case, which is pretty rare. In the books, Mickey Haller often says, murder cases are the highest stakes, and I try not to have them. So this will be the 5th Lincoln Lawyer book, and in it there's a little bit of a twist in that he's defending someone accused of murdering one of his other clients, and so there's a bit of a conflict of interest built in there that he has to take care of legally, but eventually he comes to believe that this guy might not have done it. If you're reading the books, I appreciate it, and I hope you continue to enjoy these stories.